Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other topics, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card, you can earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases you want and purchases you need. That means you earn on what you want, like trying out that new workout class, and 2% cash rewards on what you need, like a foam roller for your sore muscles. That's the beauty of the Active Cash Credit Card. It's ready when you are, with unlimited 2% cash rewards. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. That's real life ready. Terms apply. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/activecash.
Welcome. You are now tuning in. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Ninja, aka Tyler Blevins, and I'm thrilled to bring you an exciting and intimate audio experience twice a week. No videos, no screens, just good old-fashioned audio radio goodness, like the good old days. But, now and new. Join us every single week for an in-depth conversation with a remarkable artist, creator, or athlete as they share their inspiring paths to success and their unique interests beyond the spotlight. In our second weekly episode, it's just you and me, baby, as we dive into trending news, cultural hotspots, hot takes, rapid fires, and so much more. There may be a surprise guest, like my brother, maybe even the waifu, Jay Ghosty, who will drop by for some unfiltered gaming debates and football highlights, maybe some relationship advice. The show will always be different, always be fun, and always be insane. So gather around the fireplace, grab your gamer hoodie, huddle in close, and turn that dial. You are now tuned in to AFK with Ninja. Welcome. And now, let's get to know me a little more, where we delve into the life and background of Tyler Ninja Blevins. Some of you may know I've been grinding in the gaming landscape for quite some time. It has been an absolute crazy adventure. From Halo to H1Z1, which no, is not a virus, only the true gamers know, to the OG Fortnite days, to streaming with Drake, getting on the cover of the ESPN magazine, signing a shoe deal with Adidas, having my own masterclass, being on Forbes' top 100 most influential people in 2022, and being 2018 Streamer of the Year. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, I'm left blown away, like how in the actual was I able to accomplish all these things? Well, every week I'm going to try to make sense of it all. I'm going to share a little bit about the roller coaster that it has been getting to this miraculous point in my career. If you guys are listening to one of these solo episodes, there's going to be a little voice on the end of the line that you're going to hear, and that is my boy, Andre. He's just going to be here, teeing things up, and just really helping me transition into the podcast life. Who's ready to meet Andre on AFK with Ninja?
What was life before video games?
I mean, listen, everyone, there was no life for me before video games. As young as I can remember, I was playing video games. Now, life before streaming was a little different. I had to play sports in high school. I was on varsity soccer since my junior year. So I was constantly having to go to practices, compete. I had to play in leagues outside of school as well. We had a great neighborhood. I had amazing friends, Chris Schneider, Anthony Trinidad, Eric Nielsen, literally just within our cul-de-sac, not even within our neighborhood. They were so close. They were like one or two houses down. We were always out. We were always doing something. We were playing Capture the Flag, just classic games. And those games, playing outside, earned me extra time to play video games inside on the weekends and during the summer. So you bet your sweet bippy, I was just always out and about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Basically, whenever I woke up, we would just immediately hit the streets. And it was all to play video games.
The first time you got in trouble for playing too much video games, did that happen? And do you remember what it was?
So I have two stories about like getting in trouble for playing a certain game. One was Legend of Legaia, which is literally, I have a tattoo of Vaughn, the main protagonist, on my arm, the start of my sleeve. And my mom bought me this game and it was rated T for teen. And I was like 8 or something. I don't remember my age. I was really young, but not like too young. Like I was able to convince her to let me play the game. You're not even 2 hours into the game. It's an RPG. You're not even 2 hours in and you find this dagger, this little sword in a chest, which increases your guy's attack. That's all it did. In this game though, when you battled, it actually like equipped the weapon. So your guy actually held the knife, but he wouldn't use it, right? It was just like an aesthetic thing. And my mom comes in the room and she almost like shut off the PlayStation because she thought I was actually like using a knife to like carve up these monsters that I was fighting. And I had to like slow her down. I was like, Mom, wait. I'm like, Mom, look. I had to like calm her down. She was in a rage. I was like, Mom, look, I'm not even using the knife. He's still just punching. He's just holding it. She was like, I'm going to keep coming in here. I'm going to keep checking on you. And if anything changes and is ridiculous, you're not playing this game anymore. So there was that moment where I guess I got in trouble. And then the next one was Halo, which started it all competitively. Halo 1. I was like 12 years old and it was rated M for mature. If you guys have played when you're playing matchmaking and customs, you couldn't choose between Spartan and Elite. You could only play as the Spartans. You can only play as the humans. So she came downstairs one day and saw that we were fighting one another. And she said, absolutely not. I was too young. I can't be doing that. And then I like told her to come back downstairs one more time. And I showed her the campaign. And I was like, Mom, look, I'm fighting aliens. I'm saving the world. I'm like saving the world from an alien invasion. And dude, you could tell it did not go over her head. My mom was not naive. She was very intelligent. She still is an incredibly intelligent woman. And like I saw it in her eyes. She like rolled her eyes, lifted her eyebrows up and was like, okay, honey, you can play. And she knew exactly what was happening. But I think she let me get away with that one because she saw how much fun I was having with everybody.
Did you ever get in trouble for being too loud? Because you are a loud person.
Me? Too loud? I think I got in trouble one time. I was very aware of my surroundings. And I knew that, you know, when my mom was working, that I could never, ever be too loud because she worked from home the majority of my childhood. So it was probably when I was still gaming upstairs, like right next to her office and in my dad's office. It was like 6 o'clock on like a Wednesday night. I just got back from soccer practice. I just showered and I immediately started playing Halo 2 matchmaking. And I just started screaming at this kid. I was like, you BK, you're BK. You're so bad, you're BK, which stands for bad kid, which was like not an actual diss. But back then, for some reason, it triggered the shit out of everybody. And she came in the room and was just like, Tyler Blevins, I cannot believe you are screaming. I mean, it just, you know, it wasn't like a crazy, super memorable moment, but I learned very quickly, you know, not in the house until I got in the basement. Man, when I got in the basement, it was game time, bro. It was fair play because my mom and dad were usually always upstairs, not even on the main floor. They were on the second floor. So like,
it was free reign.
It was pretty much free reign.
That's where Ninja's Hyper was born.
Come on, baby. Ninja's Hyper I came out the womb. They were like, what is wrong with this child? He's shaking.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
Do you remember your actual first video game?
The game I remember playing, my very first memory, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sega Genesis side-scroller. And I think they actually just remade it, by the way, in like HD. It was a co-op game and I would play with my brothers all the time. I think we only had 2 controllers. So when we all 3 played, they would add like a bot as your teammate. And then they would like unplug the controller and like pretend I was playing, which really, I figured that out incredibly quickly. But it just goes to show that my older brothers were dicks growing up because they were jealous that I was better than them. When
did you know you had a gift in the sense of like, holy shit, I'm pretty good?
I knew that I was better than everybody. I knew that I was better than everybody else. So there was Kingdom Hearts fighting Sephiroth in the Coliseum. I was the only one in the entire neighborhood that could beat Sephiroth in the hardest setting, which was like really difficult. It was one of the hardest fights, honestly, in an RPG at that time when I was young. I mean, in Halo 1, when I was playing against my brothers and their friends landing, and like I would be so good that John would have to put the controller down. We're playing Capture the Flag. It was when you could actually capture the flag and then drive in a Warthog with the flag in your hands, or a Ghost for that matter. I would wipe him and his teammate like 100 times and then grab the flag. And he would put the controller down, run across the basement, and punch me in the arm until I couldn't hold the controller anymore. And by that time, he would have respawned and stopped me from capturing the flag. I knew that was a moment as well. Like, okay, clearly I'm good enough to piss my brother off to where he has to resort to physical violence in the real world to try to beat me, which I thought was funny.
The Masked Singer, Mr. Ice Cream.
Woo. Rigged.
Is it real that Jess said yes to that and you had no idea?
Yes. Yeah. My wife, Jessica Blevins, God bless her soul, love her very much. She received the email and said yes for me. And then basically was like, hey, Tyler, you're going to be on The Masked Singer. I was like, excuse me. And then she showed me the first season and I was just like, oh my God, are you serious? Is it like, they already said yes. They can't wait to have you. I was just like, are you shitting me? I was stunned. I didn't really think about it too much. I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this. And then I got there and it was horrifying. Dude, as someone who's never like sang before in front of people and then I had to perform in front of judges and like an audience, it was terrifying. They give you a voice coach. They go through and they try to have you sing like a couple of notes and stuff like that to see like kind of what your pitches are. Then it's like the song selection. So like I wanted to pick an emo song because I can sing a lot of really good emo songs and I think I can hit the notes, etc. I have a lot of practice singing those songs. But unfortunately, they encourage you heavily, wink, wink, to sing songs that are like more famous and more like mainstream. If I'm sitting here singing a Dashboard Confessional song on live TV, instead they were like, maybe Lil Nas X. And that's how the song choice came to be. And that's kind of how the process was. I went back, I practiced the song a little bit. I had to memorize it. I didn't think I did well. I was shaking like the whole time. I was out of breath because I'm running around dancing on stage. There were like dancers and stuff. I had to do a dance. It was actually a lot. It was a lot in a short amount of time. It was a crazy experience. I don't regret it. I wouldn't do it again because I was so out of my comfort zone.
So if another email comes through, I can just say yes.
Andre, if you or anyone for that matter says yes to another show like that, I'll leave. I won't show up.
Feel like you got enough to do already? I do. That's why I use Shipt same-day delivery to keep up with my busy life. They know the snacks I like down to the extra creamy in my peanut butter. I can get deliveries at home, on set, or even when I'm away on vacay. And my personal shopper, Amber, she's got my back. As in, she asks them to check the back if it's not on the shelf. Shipt. Delight in every delivery. Learn more at shipt.com/hi.
Hey everyone, Ninja here. And let me tell you about Factor, the game changer when it comes to eating better without the hassle. Factor has restaurant quality meals ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. No more meal prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Whether it's breakfast, midday bites, or dinner, Factor has you covered with over 35 options to choose from every week, including Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto meals. From the first bite, I was blown away by the quality and taste of their meals. I love their Protein Plus options. They're perfect for fueling up for a long gaming session. Factor has saved me precious cooking time and has helped me stay on track with my nutrition goals. Are you ready to revolutionize your mealtime routine? Head to factormeals.com/ninja50 and use code ninja50 to get 50% off of your order. That's right, 50% off delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered right to your door. That's code ninja50 at factormeals.com/ninja50 for 50% off.
This is the Daily Dose. This is the Daily Dose on AFK with Ninja.
It is time to explore Daily Dose, a roundup of everything trending in the digital domain.
Twitter versus Threads.
What are my thoughts on Twitter versus Threads, or X for those who have updated their phone? I think it's whatever, man. I think everyone, personally, first off, to answer it, Twitter over Threads right now. I mean, you can't even send DMs on Threads yet. I think Threads is just so into its baby stages. The For You page has got a lot of work to do as well. Originally, I was really having a hard time finding content that I was actually interested in. I wasn't even seeing posts from people that I follow, which I love on Twitter. I think Twitter is using a lot of the TikTok algorithm. It knows what you're looking at. It knows what you're hovering over and what you're spending time with and interacting with. I don't even use my following page on Twitter anymore. I only use the For You page. And it's just always showing me stuff that I want to look at, which is great. Which is also one of the reasons I prefer X/Twitter over Threads right now. I think Elon Musk has done an incredible job. I don't really care what... a lot of people are just constantly bashing Elon for all the changes that he's making. But I do believe that I'm seeing more, I love the notes section on Twitter, right? You see a lot of people trying to spread fake news and false stories, and immediately that post will get tagged with a note, which will disprove it. I think that's great. And I think that every single time that Elon makes a change on Twitter, it trends and it pisses people off, but the change is usually good. And the change is almost made just so it does go viral and so that people troll and joke about it. I mean, even the transition to X, within a day or two, I saw hundreds of companies jokingly rebrand with the X in it, and it went viral. And it's like he just knows what he's doing and he gets people to talk about the website and it's got record high users and interactions. And I love it. I mean, I'm using it more than I've ever used it. So, I mean, he's doing something right. I mean, Threads, again, like I said, it's still in its little baby infancy stage, man. It's very important to know who's following you that's verified. And I think they've actually already fixed that, which is great. But it just goes to show that, again, there's still a lot of stuff that they can improve on, eh?
Aliens.
What are your thoughts on aliens?
I mean, dude, I think that aliens exist. Do I think that they've been here? Maybe. Do I think it's convenient that there's no legitimate footage of anyone anywhere in the world other than the government? Like, what are the odds? You know what I mean? Like, the aliens come here and the first thing they do is only communicate with the government, or the government finds them before anyone else. I just think it's ridiculous. I think that if a UFO crashed out of the sky, I think more people would have seen it and actually had proper footage that isn't like 240p. Let's talk about the timing of it all. Nowadays, man, I'm just very aware, and I feel like whenever the government is telling me something, it's usually to distract you from something else. Why tell us now that aliens exist? And where's the proof, right? Like, they bring this guy in, a quote unquote whistleblower who was there and telling everybody all these things. Oh, yeah, I can't say this. I can't say this. Well, I can't say this. I can't provide you that information. I can't show photos. I can't show video evidence, but they're real. And we have to sit here and take it, A, like they're telling the truth. B, like, where's the concrete evidence? To me, it's just noise. And there's memes around the entire world right now, all over Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, just like trolling how, oh, the government is telling us there's aliens, and everyone's just like, who gives a shit? I just don't think it's real. In order for aliens to exist and to be on our planet, one of two things had to have occurred. One, they found the technology and have been intelligent enough to create the technology to bend space-time, to travel at the speed of light, or they've been able to solve gravity and can create a wormhole. So they've solved the formula of gravity and they can control it to prevent a wormhole from collapsing on itself. So they're that intelligent. How do they crash here on our planet? So they finally get here, right? They travel millions of light years away. And all of a sudden, they crash on our planet. I think that's impossible. Okay, it's either that one, or two, they've evolved so much in their life that they're able to live millions of years to travel normally through space and then make it to our planet. In order to do that, I mean, you're thinking of all like the particles that are traveling thousands of kilometers per hour in space. Like, they would have to have some sort of force field technology to prevent their spaceships from being completely torn into oblivion, throughout their entire journey, which means that there's no way they would have been shot down when they got here. It's not like we have force field bullets and missiles, right? So I think it's all a joke. It doesn't make sense.
The state of gaming.
State of gaming. Is gaming dying? Are rare games just not that frequent to come across? Or what's happening in the landscape of video games?
I mean, there are great games out there already. I think that sometimes just the noise of battle royales, the noise of these AAA studios sometimes just kind of blurs out some of the gems that are hidden. There's so many hidden gems in the world. But no, I think gaming is better than ever right now, man. Final Fantasy 16 came out. That was absolutely incredible. I think people are really starting to enjoy New World. I think there's been some big updates there, which is an MMO. I don't personally like it. I'm sticking with one of my old MMOs that I play, Final Fantasy 11. I think Zelda's been killing it with some great releases too. I mean, first off, let's talk about Fortnite. And here we go, Ninja talking about Fortnite. UEFN coming out, man. UEFN 2, like Fortnite Creative 2.0, is literally the future of gaming. And when I say that, you just have to trust me. When we watched Epic reveal that engine and reveal how easy it was to kind of create maps in their engine, I mean, dude, there's a guy, the creator of Fortnite, Only Up, right? And there's another one, by the way, another game that was incredible that came out. These games that weren't made by these, multi-billion-dollar gaming companies that took off and really became viral. There's a creator who created Only Up in Fortnite. I mean, he's making millions of dollars a month because he has over 100,000 concurrent players playing that map. And he's able to make $1 million a month. Fortnite just created a multimillionaire in weeks and months. And I think you're going to see smaller companies start to develop and create their game within Fortnite. Fortnite is going to be much more than the battle royale that we all grew up with and love over the last 5 to 6 years. It's going to be so much more than that. It's going to be a hub where you can play almost, I think maybe in the next couple of years, any game. Stay tuned. Take a shot. Go into Fortnite. Go into Creative 2.0 and try to make something magical. Try to make something viral. because it literally could set you up for life. And I think that's crazy to say. Just teach yourself Unreal Engine, hop in Fortnite Creative 2.0, look up tutorials, and just mess around with it. How bad do you want it? Who's going to carry the boats and the logs?
These are Ninja's favorite things of the year so far.
From movies to music, TV, games, memes, and more, get ready for my best of 2023 so far.
Best movie of the year.
All right, best movie of the year.
Oh man, I mean, we're like 8 months in. For me, it was the Jujutsu Kaisen movie in theaters. I mean, I'm a huge anime nerd, so.
Best TV of the year.
Best TV series so far.
Dude, Fubar with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I haven't even finished. I got like 1 or 2 episodes left, but like it's kind of lighthearted and funny, and I love Arnold, so it was that one for me. On Netflix.
Best music of the year.
Best music of the year so far.
It's got to be Suicide Boys. One of their new EPs they dropped. Sing Me a Lullaby. That was in 2022 though. It was like right at the end of the year.
Favorite anime so far.
Dude, I'm on like episode 13 of Demon Slayer. I think it's the end. There might be a couple more episodes, but Demon Slayer is just, it's not fucking missing, bro. It's so good.
Best video game.
Favorite game.
Favorite video game this year, Final Fantasy 16. And it's not even close. It's actually becoming one of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time, not including Final Fantasy 11, the MMO.
My favorite viral trend.
Favorite viral trend so far.
It'll change if I thought about it more, but it's got to be like the, hey, what are you doing here? And he's like, who, me? Nothing? Just hanging around. It's time for this or that.
This or that. You have to choose this or that. AFK.
It's time for this or that with Ninja. A quick fire round of questions that are always changing and always wild. This or that.
This or that.
I'm ready.
Also, we can hear you're digging in FF.
That's someone else clicking. That was not me.
Yeah, okay, but what would a Ninja OnlyFans look like?
A lot of feet pics.
Solos, duos, trios, or squads?
I'm going to go trios. No, I lied. Duos.
Watching streams or watching YouTube videos?
Watching streams, and it's not even close.
YouTube, Twitch, or Kick?
How many... Twitch right now.
Drake or Travis Scott?
Drake. I love he's been making music longer, and his Take Care album is one of the best albums of all time.
Drake or Travis Scott as a Fortnite teammate?
If I need heals, Travis Scott for Band-Aids. If I need mats, Drake.
YouTube Diamond Play button or ESPN magazine cover feature?
ESPN magazine cover feature. Personally, that did more for gaming, whereas the diamond button is just like a me thing.
Masked Singer or Family Feud?
Family Feud.
Competitive esports or streaming content creation?
Competitive esports.
E3 2018 or Free Guy Cameo?
Free Guy Cameo.
Chicago or Florida?
Florida.
Florida or Vegas?
Florida.
If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your phone, which ones would you keep?
I would keep Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. That's a fucking rap, dude.
With my busy life, I use Shipped same-day delivery to keep up. When I need a jar of extra creamy peanut butter delivered, I know my personal shopper Amber will come through. And if it's not on the shelf, she asks them to check the back. Shipped. Delight in every delivery. Learn more at Shipped.com.
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
AFK, man. What does AFK mean? Let me tell you what AFK means. AFK to me is what you do when you are away from keyboard. the things you do to better your life and the things that you do when you're not sitting in front of that screen. So it can be anything, man. It can be what you do physically for your body, like working out, going on walks, what you're doing for your mental health, getting closer to your family, getting closer to your friends, spending real time away from the game. By the way, I love gaming probably more than anybody in the world that I know. Like, I'm always gaming. Ask anyone. Now I'm at the point of my life, luckily, where I can focus on things away from keyboard and really get back the relationships and moments and time that I lost grinding to get to where I am today. So to me, that's what AFK means. My favorite thing to do while I'm AFK is to spend time with Jess, spend time with friends. And that could be doing nothing. It could literally just be sitting on the couch, petting our dogs and relaxing. Or it could be going out to a lovely dinner and just enjoying some drinks with friends. I am on screen my entire life. And I really want to just not be on camera. This is nonchalant, sit back, relax, listen, enjoy. Because like, there's something about an audio podcast that I love. I love listening to Bill Burr's audio podcast. And I love that, man. You know, to be able to tell a story just through communicating and not having to see. It's a gift. Hopefully I can perfect it. All right, everyone. That'll do it for the first solo episode of AFK. I hope you had just as much fun as I did diving into the world of gaming, internet shenanigans, and all things pop culture. We're definitely just getting started, so buckle up for a wild ride because the madness is far from over. I'll be back twice a week, every week, forever. Remember, one episode a week, I'll be kicking back with some incredible guests for insane stories, behind-the-scenes exclusives, and maybe even a few epic game fails. And every second episode a week, you can join me, myself, and I in the solo episodes. We'll unravel the mysteries of the day to life on this insane planet. From gaming to what's trending in movies, memes, music, and more. We'll navigate this digital jungle together. Be sure to subscribe. Catch us on all of the podcast platforms. That includes, but it's not limited to, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your pods. Until next time, stay curious. Remember, we're all on this insane quest to figure out life while we're AFK. See you soon. Oh my God, I'm getting goosies. I'm getting goosies over here.
In the realm of dreams, Ninja mounts a dragon. They soar and count their blessings to get to the recording session. Oh, Ninja's on his dragon, flying in the sky. Together they will explore as time flies by. It's AFK with Ninja. Ninja's got a show. It's AFK with Ninja, the best podcast in the world. AFK.
With my busy life, I use Shipped same-day delivery to keep up. When I need a jar of extra creamy peanut butter delivered, I know my personal shopper Amber will come through. And if it's not on the shelf, she asks them to check the back. Shipped. Delight in every delivery. Learn more at Shipped.com.
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more